Leaders Eat Last: Why Some Teams Pull Together and Others Don't by Simon Sinek is a profound exploration of leadership's role in fostering trust, collaboration, and high performance within teams and organizations. The book argues that effective leadership is rooted in selflessness and a commitment to ensuring the well-being of others. Drawing on principles from biology, anthropology, and real-world examples, Sinek provides a comprehensive framework for understanding why some teams thrive while others fail, urging leaders to prioritize the needs of their people over short-term results. The book's title is inspired by a practice observed in the U.S. Marine Corps, where senior officers ensure their subordinates eat first, demonstrating a commitment to service and care for their team. This metaphor encapsulates the essence of Sinek's argument. True leadership is about putting others first and creating an environment of trust and safety. Sinek believes that when leaders prioritize the well-being of their team, they unlock extraordinary potential, loyalty, and cooperation. Sinek begins by examining the human brain's evolutionary wiring and how it influences leadership and group dynamics. He introduces the concept of the circle of safety, a protective boundary created by leaders that fosters a sense of security within a group. In prehistoric times, survival depended on cohesive tribes that worked together to face external threats. This need for trust and cooperation remains deeply ingrained in human biology. Within the circle of safety, individuals can focus on shared goals, innovate, and take risks without fear of internal betrayal or competition. Sinek connects this idea to the role of neurochemicals in driving human behavior. He outlines how four key chemicals, endorphins, dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin, shape our actions and emotions. Endorphins and dopamine are associated with personal achievement and short-term gratification. Endorphins mask pain during physical exertion, while dopamine rewards goal-oriented behavior, driving productivity and success. However, Sinek argues that an overemphasis on these chemicals can lead to selfishness and burnout. In contrast, serotonin and oxytocin play critical roles in building trust and strengthening social bonds. Serotonin, often called the leadership chemical, fosters feelings of pride and status when leaders care for their teams. Oxytocin, the love hormone, promotes empathy, connection, and generosity, encouraging individuals to prioritize the collective good. Great leaders, Sinek asserts, cultivate environments that balance these chemical influences, ensuring both individual and team success. A central critique in the book is directed at modern corporate cultures that prioritize short-term profits, shareholder value, and performance metrics over long-term team health. Sinek highlights how these environments often foster fear, stress, and competition, eroding trust and collaboration. Employees in such workplaces focus on self-preservation, leading to reduced morale, diminished creativity, and high turnover rates. Sinek contrasts this with organizations that prioritize people over profits, where leaders create cultures of safety and belonging. These environments encourage employees to feel valued and inspired, unlocking their full potential and driving sustainable success. To illustrate his points, Sinek shares compelling stories of leadership success and failure. He highlights organizations like NextJump and Barry Wemmeler, where leaders prioritize employee well-being, foster a sense of community, and ensure that every team member feels appreciated. These companies demonstrate that when leaders care for their people, it leads to loyalty, innovation, and collective resilience. Conversely, Sinek examines leadership failures at organizations like Enron and Lehman Brothers, where greed, toxic cultures, and a lack of accountability resulted in catastrophic outcomes. Sinek delves deeply into the psychological and physiological effects of stress in the workplace. He explains that chronic stress, often exacerbated by poor leadership, suppresses creativity, weakens immune systems, and diminishes productivity. Employees in high-stress environments are more likely to disengage, make mistakes, and withhold innovative ideas out of fear of criticism. In contrast, when leaders prioritize psychological safety, they enable team members to take risks, share ideas, and collaborate effectively, fostering a culture of trust and openness. The role of empathy in leadership is another key theme. Sinek argues that true leadership is not about rank or authority but about choosing to serve others. Leaders who demonstrate empathy and selflessness create environments where individuals feel supported and motivated to contribute their best. This commitment often requires personal sacrifice, whether it's time, resources, or recognition. By putting their people's needs above their own, leaders inspire loyalty and build lasting trust. Sinek also addresses the pitfalls of leadership that prioritizes ego and personal gain. He critiques the rank and yank performance systems and profit-driven leadership styles that prioritize metrics over human connection. These approaches, he argues, undermine team cohesion and result in superficial success at best. In contrast, servant leadership, which prioritizes the development and well-being of team members, creates organizations that are resilient and capable of navigating challenges effectively. The book is not merely theoretical, it offers practical advice for leaders seeking to implement these principles. Sinek emphasizes the importance of open communication, consistent values, and a commitment to fairness. He encourages leaders to cultivate environments where employees feel safe to voice concerns, experiment, and learn from mistakes. By demonstrating vulnerability and authenticity, leaders can build deeper connections with their teams and inspire trust. Sinek's narrative is enriched by anecdotes from the military, business, and history, illustrating the transformative power of selfless leadership. He draws parallels between the battlefield and the boardroom, showing how the same principles of trust, collaboration, and sacrifice apply universally. Leaders who put the well-being of their teams first create cultures of mutual respect and shared purpose, which ultimately lead to long-term success. The book's conclusion is a call to action for leaders to rethink their approach to success. Sinek urges leaders to prioritize people over profits and to embrace the long-term benefits of fostering trust and safety. He emphasizes that leadership is a choice and a responsibility, not a privilege. By committing to the well-being of their teams, leaders can create organizations that thrive, even in the face of adversity. Ultimately, Leaders Eat Last is a powerful and inspiring exploration of leadership's potential to transform individuals, teams, and organizations. It challenges readers to question traditional notions of success and highlights the critical role of empathy, trust, and integrity in creating high-performing, resilient teams. Through its blend of scientific insights, real-world examples, and actionable advice, the book offers a compelling roadmap for leaders seeking to create lasting positive change.